Hi, welcome to Autocad 2015 tutorial. I want to do the Hitzeschutzblech, which I did before in CATIA and NX. I already prepared some layer, and I go to my sketches layer, and I start with a line from -1000 colon 0, and this should go in this direction 2000. Okay, then I need something like this. Trim it. Yes, and give it some fillets, multiple radius, maybe first it's 30 right here, right there, and maybe radius by 200 on these two. I want to use parametric, and I want to fix maybe this one, and I could fix this one as well. Then I need a dimension from the center of this arc to that point, and this should be 1000. Yeah, see? You lost some constraints. So I will make auto constraint first, hide all constraints, and then I can do my dimension from the center to that point, and this should be 1000. Then another dimension from the quadrant, sorry, really. This is odd. Seems this really doesn't work as well as it used to be. Okay. And this should be 400. There should be an angle. This should be 60. And there should be another angle which should be 60 as well. Then I need some dimensions for radius. This one should be 200, and these should be 30 and 30. Yeah. So this is my first profile. So I need 3 copies of this sketch. Go for home, go for copy, select all the objects, confirm it, and base point should be 0, 0, 0. The second point should be 0, 0, 200. Next 0, 0, 600. Last one 0, 0, 1000. Let's check it. Yeah, I got 4 of these sketches right now. Next I have to change the parameters. Now I would have to change the parameters, but first I want to check the constraints, because usually you lose some constraints if you copy a profile. So let's take a look. Hide all the dimensions and show all the constraints. And you might notice I lost the fix. The fix is lost here. So I want to fix this, and therefore I want to hide all, and I will move my coordinate system. Just select it and move it, for example, right here. Then go to fix that point and fix that point. Then move the axis system again over here and fix this point and fix that point, and again move it right here and fix this point and fix that point. So now all constraints should be back. Okay, let's look at the top and change this back to the world coordinate system and hide all and show all dimensions. Now I would have to change the parameters. Therefore I will use the parameters manager, which are already anchored here on the left side. So let's change the angles. This one should be 6.5. That one should be 6.5. This one should be 80. 80, 85 and 85. Let's save this, and now let's change these values, the 400s. Second 400 should be 360 right now. This one should be changed to 220. And the last one should be changed to 200. And again I save it because I got really problems with this model. My version always crashes. Okay, now I would have to change these radius. So the second one should be 160. Third should be 130, and the last one should be 120. And I will save it again. Now let's take a look. So was a mistake, sort of. Yeah, that's okay. 200, 200, but this radius is wrong, so this should be 130 and that should be 120. That's more like it. Now let's hide all the dimensions. Yes, I think that's it. Next I want to do a loft, and therefore I have to use polylines. So I will make these profiles to polylines. Therefore I have to use PEdit. Go to Home, go to Modify, go to PEdit. Yes. choose multiple as option, select these, confirm it, yes, convert it to polylines and join them, and fast distance should be 0. See, that's now polyline. And again, multiple, confirm it, yes, join them, confirm. Another polyline, repeat, multiple, confirm it, join them, confirm, another polyline, yes, and again, multiple, convert them, yes, join them, distance should be 0 and confirm them. So now I got 4 polylines, and now I can go for my surface. I just noticed that I made a sort of error. The distances are wrong, so I have to move these two profiles a little bit. Therefore, I go to move, select these, confirm it, base point should be 0, 0, 0, and second point should be 0, 0, 200. Yeah, now it's correct. I could change to my surface layer, go to surfaces and now make a loft. That's the first profile, second, third and fourth, and just confirm it and confirm it. Change it to realistic and take a look. I could hide my sketches for a moment and take a closer look, and I think, yeah, it could be better. But I will cut it anyway, so this might not be too big a problem. So now I need some sketches. First change the visual style to conceptual and show the sketches, and I want to turn my axis system around. The y-axis by 90 degrees, then go to the top view and maybe, yes, go to the sketches layer and hide the surfaces. Okay, I need a line which goes from 0 column 100 in that direction, and this should be 1000, enter. Okay, then I'm going to make an offset. This should be 50, that line in that direction. Then I need 2 circles, 200 radius, another one, 200 radius. Then I want to use parametric and just fix these lines. Okay, hide those. Then take a look and move this a little bit down. This should be something like this maybe, and this one should be like this. Okay, then give them a dimension, for example diameter. Okay, diameter. Okay, hide these, then make it tangent, so this should be tangent to that line, and this one should be tangent to this line. Hide the constraints, and then another tangency between these two circles. Yes, and the distance maybe from this one to that point should be, let's say, 400. Okay, now let's hide. I want to trim, so where is it? Trim, and I want to use all of these. Okay, and then I want to trim this one, that one, that one, this one, this one, this one, that one, and this should be removed, that should be removed. Maybe I should regenerate just as a precaution. And I want to trim, and this should be okay. So let's just trim these, and yes. Okay, then I want to project this. Maybe I should make a polyline, so go to modify PEdit, make it multiple, this one, that one, and this one. Yes, join fuzzy, and enter. Now I will need another sketch, therefore, or maybe I could already project this polyline onto the surface. So let's go to project view, and I want to project this polyline. Enter. Make the surfaces visible onto this surface. See? Now I got it on the surface. I will hide the surfaces again, and I want to rotate my axis system around the x-axis, so I go to the y-axis and rotate around x, confirm the 90-degree default, and now look at the top. Okay. Maybe I should use some sort of reference line. So I go to line, make it from 0, 0 up to 1500. That's just for reference. There should be right now a line. Yes, there it is. And I need something like this. Once, again right here. Some fillets, multiple. First radius should be 40 here, and the next should be 20 here. Maybe I should use auto constraint, so go to parametric, auto constraint, these and these as well. Right. Then I need some lines from the center. This should be 400, and this should be 200, and I could use another reference line right here. I don't use this one because it's not on the same plane, so I will make another line from 0, 0 in this direction, and this should be maybe 1500 as well. Yeah, then I need some angles and maybe auto constraint. And here as well. So I got the vertical alignment, hide them, and now make an angle here, which should be 40. Another one, this should be 20, yeah, and another one 40, and another one 20. And now I want to fix my reference line, so I will fix this point, and I will fix the point on the other end, and I will fix, at least I want to try to fix this one, yeah, and again on the other end from the line height. Now I could make, maybe hide the dimensions as well. Now I could make some constraints. I want to have a distance from here to the line, which should be 200. Another one from that line to this line, which should be, that's 800. Yes, and I want just hide all. I want this point on that line, so I go for this point, should be on that line, not there but on the line. Object, that's the line. And again, this endpoint should be on this object as well. So that this didn't quite work because I have to give it a distance. And this should be a distance as well, so go for maybe the center and then to that point, and this should be 200, and this should be 450. Okay, now let's trim it a little bit. So go to trim, and I want to trim this, that one, on this one, and this I don't need to trim. Okay, hide all, and I want to project these sketches up to the surface. Maybe I should extend this one a little bit, so go for extend. I want to extend it to this. And oh yeah, so maybe I just could stretch it a little bit, but see, you will lose something. So I might use modify and length. Make it percent and make it 40% more. That's less, so it's of course 140%, 140, and okay, that should do it. Now I want to project these to my surface. Maybe I should do a polyline again. So go for PEdit, multiple, yes, join with that one and this one. Okay, that's a polyline, and again PEdit, multiple, this one, that one, this arc, yes, join Fuzzy, yes, and now I can project it. Go to top and surface, project to view. I want to project this polyline. So there's, yeah, that's the polyline, and show the surfaces and project it to this one, yeah, and again project to view this polyline to that surface. Maybe I should save it. Okay, now let's trim our curves. Therefore I could hide the surfaces. Then I could also remove these elements because I don't need them anymore, but you could of course move them to a different layer and just hide them. Okay, so now let's try to trim. Go to trim, select these and just trim these. Another one, this one, that one, that one, and like this. Confirm. Now I got a real nice cutting edge. This looks kind of odd, but that's because of the surface which I generated or created with the Loft. Okay, now I might need something else because otherwise you will encounter another problem later on. I will do another sketch. This should be something like this, which goes from here and yeah, maybe like this, and goes close up maybe like this, and then in that direction something like this. And I will make an extrude. So this I make this a different color, and I want to make an extrude with these elements, and maybe like this, and that's okay. I needed to cut my surface, so just show the surface. And now let's try to trim this surface with this. Okay, maybe I extend these, extend this edge, this edge, and that edge, and maybe like this. Maybe it's 50, that should be okay. And now I could cut this surface with these and remove that part. And this should be removed as well, and this should be removed as well. Yeah, it's very hard to do this exercise in Autocad, and it really gives me headaches. Okay, now I don't need these anymore, so I could select them or just hide them. Yep. Now go to surface layer, and now I can trim the surface with these, not with this one, but I need this spline, that spline, and that arc. Confirm, and now it should be removed here. takes always a while here. And over here. Let's check this out. This should be removed, the small part. Yes, and this small part as well. And I got a i7, and it still takes a whole lot of time. Okay, so now I could make another extrude and trim the surface and then mirror it. So let's show this and make it the active layer, and I want to do an extrude with this line. So extrude this line up to maybe 600, and now let's trim again. Maybe go back to our surface layer. Now let's trim this surface with that surface, and this should be removed. It takes another while. Okay, and now I could mirror this surface, and then I will finish this exercise and leave it up to you to make here another loft and the holes, because it already took me too long because my program crashed a whole lot of times. Okay, now let's try to mirror this. Go for home, and there should be a mirror, 3D mirror. Yes, there it is. I want to mirror this surface, and the mirror plane, I could use this point, that point, and of course this point. No. And this looks at least decent. Yeah. It's still not finished, but I think you can finish it yourself. And this is odd, but seems Autocad calculates the loft different than the other programs. Yeah. Okay, let's change this to realistic. And it looks okay. So hope you enjoyed this video. I didn't really enjoy the making of it because I had so many crashes with my Autocad version. It really is annoying. So see you next time to the next Hitzeschutzblech in another program.